I'm Gretta Cormican. I live and breathe and eat bowling. I'm married to Michael Cormican. He's a Galway man, never saw a bowl until he met me. We have 3 daughters. They bowled when they were young just to please me, but now they don't bowl anymore. So, because every time someone had asked them, where's Mammy? She's gone to a bowling meeting. Where's Mammy? She's gone to a score. She's gone bowling related all the time. So they had enough of bowling, so they don't bowl. But they do support me in everything I do. There's no problem there. What else can I say about myself? I have 4 brothers and they all bowled. So they introduced me to bowling because I'm an only girl. I got into a competition when I was about 14. My father put me in the boys under 16 championship in the Southwest region. I went to the semi-final and I got beaten that. And the fella that was in the final was peppering because it was a fella and he obviously thought he didn't want to be meeting a girl. So that was fine. I lost that. And then in 1980, Bowlcommon Heron introduced women's bowling. First year I got beat in my own region, that was fine. Next year I got beat again, and in 1982 you could say my career took off. I won it in 82, I won it in 83, I won it in 84, and I won the All-Irelands with it, which was excellent for me and for my followers. In 1998 I won the All-Ireland at home in Lyre, because the All-Irelands were in Lyre, and I happened to get to the final, which was nice, to bowl down my own road in such a prestigious competition. And then later on that year in August, September maybe, Armagh ran World Championships. It was in conjunction with the Apple Blossom Festival. And we went up on the Friday and we were taken into this library and all these beautiful trophies were in front of us, beautiful globes of the world. And I turned to one of the girls or someone anyway, and I said, I'm going home with one of them. And sure enough, I came home with the top trophy as world champion, first Irish lady road bowling world champion, which was a huge honour, you know. Back in 1984, we went on the European Championships. That was the first time they introduced the women to road bowling there. It had always been just men, senior men usually. And I happened to be on the team, and I was only 21 or whatever I was, I can't remember. And I said, you know, why not give this my best shot? And sure enough, I did, and I came out on top as the first European Championship champion. So I have a first of a good few things, you know, which is fantastic. This past year, I had 7 All-Irelands. And this past season, there's a Kelly Mallon. She's from Armagh, fantastic athlete. She plays senior football for Armagh. She surpassed my record. She now has 8. The 7 All-Irelands that I achieved them over the span of 20 years. So this girl, she's going to blow records out of the water.
It's pretty strong in our community. It's Mallon, but there's weekly competitions. Mostly Sunday mornings there's still competitions running. You have loads of different grades. I think the youth structure has really started to build over the past number of years, which is very encouraging. Daddy would put a lot of background into that because he's the chairperson of the Bowlcommon Armagh. So he puts a lot of work into trying to build the grassroots of the sport, and there is a lot more competition coming through the Ulster section. On years past, maybe Munster would have dominated the All-Ireland series as a whole, but now with our up and coming with the Ulsters, they're definitely more competitive, and the Ulster side are starting to win a few more All-Irelands, which is great coming forward. And I have a couple of girls coming up catching at my tail as well, which is great. It's great competition for me, and it's great for the sport in general.
Again. Come on.
When you win, there's a great buzz. There's always a win. That goes for any sport. There's a great buzz in winning. We celebrated every county win and every All-Ireland win. There was bonfires in Lyre and a tally-ho after, and everyone, the postmortems. we go into the bar after or whatever, and we do the postmortems as to how I won it or whatever, and you know, and all the neighbours and friends and relations come. And I think when I won the World Championships in Armagh, I think that was when I came home that evening. You know, there was bonfires and they shouldered me down the road and into the pub, and the place was absolutely jointed with people. Like, you know, I was above in Armagh thinking, oh, I've won this now, we'll go home and we'll get on with life. You know, I didn't think that they were going to organise such a big welcome home for me, but it was fantastic, absolutely, you know, times to remember.
We have Christy Ring from the mighty Glen and the female jet from Cove. At the loft of the bowl we're still the best, the greatest game of all. Let's sing in praise of our hero, Big Barry.